Hola! We're going to be talking about adjective placement today. You've technically already talked about adjective placement before, but you have learned that when you are describing something in Spanish, you actually place the adjective after the noun, like camisa roja. So if we translated this directly to English, it would say shirt red, okay? But in Spanish, we place the adjective after the noun. Okay, another example here would be los payasos altos son muy chistosos. So the tall clowns are very funny. So once again, you're going to see here that the adjective comes after the noun. And then we also have los leones africanos son muy feroces. So the African lions are very fierce. So once again, adjective after the noun. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you something that goes against this regular rule. Some adjectives normally precede nouns, so they normally come before them. There are quite a few examples of this. The first one is demonstrative adjectives, so the words for this, these, that, and those. Okay, an example that you can add to your notes, este mono es pequeño. Okay, so the words for this and these, that, and those are called demonstrative adjectives, and those actually come before the noun. Your next example is with adjectives of quantity. Quantity meaning how many. In this case, we have no idea how many because mucho and poco are very general words. So an example of these coming before would be like, hay muchas personas aquí. So there are many people here, or there are a lot of people here. So once again, before the noun. Your third example is with cardinal numbers. These cardinal numbers are going to be your first, second, third. Oops, sorry about that. Not cardinal numbers, ordinal numbers. Okay, so they tell you the order of something. Is something first? Is it second? Is it third? Okay, so an example would be es el primer día de clase. So it's the first day of class. Once again, you are seeing the adjective come before the noun. Okay, another example is with interrogative words. Very common one that you're going to see. ¿Cuántas personas vienen? So how many people are coming? Okay, that is one of your interrogative words. We also have indefinite adjectives. An example of this would be otro, the word for other. Your example, tú tienes la otra cosa. So you have the other thing. So once again, this is coming before. Then our last example here is for permanent characteristics. So we have nieve, which is snow. La blanca nieve, which is white snow. Okay, snow is normally white. I know it can get a little dirty sometimes, especially in the Chicago weather. However, because snow is a permanent characteristic of, or it being white is a permanent characteristic of snow, this one actually comes before. So if, for example, you are driving and you're talking about the snow being brown because it is dirty right now, you would put that adjective after, but because snow is normally white, it comes before. Okay, we also have some adjectives that can go either way, so they can either come before or after the noun. So we have bueno, so good, and we also have malo, bad. Okay, so Javier es un amigo bueno, or you could say Javier es un amigo malo, so he is a good or bad friend. And then the other place that you could put them is before. However, when you put these adjectives before, bueno actually changes to buen, and then malo changes to mal, so we drop the ending for these particular ones. They actually mean the exact same thing. They're interchangeable, so either way you do these ones are fine. Okay, here we have a list of certain adjectives that actually change meaning according to their placement. So Depending on if you use them before or after the noun, these actually change. And these are going to be the biggest concept of this whole adjective placement discussion or video, okay? So let's talk about the after, because that's the place that you've normally put these, and that's what you're used to using and understanding. So grande means big. Okay, por ejemplo, un elefante grande. Okay, viejo, old. Like mi profesora vieja, my old teacher. Pobre, poor. As in, no tiene dinero, es muy pobre. Okay, let's talk about what these three mean now when you use them before the noun. Okay, grande actually changes to gran when you use it before. Just like malo becomes mal, bueno becomes buen, grande is going to become gran. Okay, however, when you use it before, it actually means great. Okay, por ejemplo, el gran circo, the great circus, as opposed to el circo grande, which would be the big circus. Viejo means long time. Okay, por ejemplo, mi amigo viejo would be my old friend, whereas if you put viejo before, so mi viejo amigo, be your longtime friend or somebody that was a friend of yours for a long time. Pobre, used before, does mean poor. However, it means poor as in that you show pity for the person. Okay, for example, if your friend wasn't able to go to the concert, you could say, oh, mi pobre amigo, my poor friend, I have pity for him, versus saying mi amigo pobre. Using it after means that he is actually poor, that he doesn't have any money. Okay, now we did those three first because mismo and nuevo are a little strange. Mismo you've actually used to learn to mean same. Okay, like el mismo vestido, the same dress. Okay, now the one that you're not familiar with is using it after. It actually means himself or herself. An example of this would be like the student himself is responsible. El estudiante mismo es responsable. Okay, and then we have nuevo. Nuevo means new. However, if you use it before an adjective, it means that it is brand new, like you just got it, okay? Brand new. So like it's brand new to you. It's newly acquired. However, if you use it after, it means new as in like newly made. Okay, so if you just bought a shirt, it's new to you. But if the shirt is just made or it's the newest car, you would use it after. Okay, the last bit we have here is when you're using two or more adjectives. Okay, they're often placed after the noun. Por ejemplo, es un restaurante bueno y mexicano. So it's a good and Mexican restaurant. So it's a good restaurant, it's a Mexican restaurant. Another way that you can do this is that you can place one of the adjectives before the noun and then one of them after, if you're using two of them. Okay, you're actually going to place the more subjective adjective before the noun. For example, the restaurant's either Mexican or not. Okay, so that's not subjective. However, the restaurant being good is subjective because it's your opinion. So I could say, es un buen restaurante mexicano.